Things are going to start happening to me now.
You've done all the reading. You're a scholar. You're a professor. You've done all the reading. You've done the intellectual heavy lifting.
More or less, eat shit and die.
You wouldn't know a fact if it begged you all night long.
Want to give the wrong impression because I am very high.
Fucking ran up behind him with a hatchet. Smash, smash, smash. Yeah.
Care. I'm a libertarian. What I'm getting is,
did you vote for Joe Jorgensen or Trump?
Who?
Joe Jorgensen. That was the perfect answer. Thank you.
Oh, the suspense. We are back. Episode 39. Kill Liberty podcast. As Andy would probably say, the gayest thing going. I'm Tyler Yankee. We got Waste Main. Andy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? I said it's one of the gayest things going.
The other is just me. Is that
This is how you know this podcast is run by white people, because it starts on time.
Is it? We're 2 minutes out. Come on. Yeah, we got to be punctual. I don't even know if anybody's. So if people are out there and they're in the chat and they're watching us, let's say hi to us. Andy, looks like you're drinking hard liquor. That's already a good sign. What about behind you? Any random people in your house tonight, or?
No, I might have a less random person come over later.
Oh, do you want to talk about that?
We can. Since my viral tweet got me banned, but I did meet a pretty base tinfoil hat chick, and we've been hanging out pretty heavy.
Right. That's cool. Solid. We're always glad to hear positive things coming about for you in your home life. So far it's good. Is there any bad signs? What are some signs you're looking for that it could be going off the rails?
Everything is good. The only thing I'm trying to get her to budge on is letting me bring my gun to her house. She freaks out about that, but I don't like to go anywhere without it. So
that's not a euphemism, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No innuendo.
Your actual gun. Gotcha. Yeah, that could be a red flag. Huh?
At all times. So at least one is there at all times.
Okay. And that gun's totally operable. I'm sure it's licensed. It's probably registered at least. Megan's Law.
We're in Texas. I'll just put it that way.
It was a pedophile joke. So sounds good. Well, Andy, thank you for coming. Hey, any news stories of the week you want to get out of the way before we bring on our first victim?
No. I think the only news story I got is that obese Mexican women are great drivers. Terrific, actually.
Okay, so what's give me a breakdown of what that meant. What's that? There's got to be a story behind that.
If you drive around in South Texas long enough, you'll know.
Okay. Well, we have those here too, but in California.
Oh, you're in California, yeah.
Yeah.
Chicanas.
I don't know. Yeah, we love it. Okay, so here's the concept for those that don't understand it, or maybe you do. We are going to bring some people in. You can sign up to do this. There's still room. So people DM me. It's right on the screen there at Tyler Yankee. If you're on Twitter, DM me. I'll send you a link. And you come in. You're going to have a minute. And in that minute, when that minute's up, to say about anything you want. Talk about your podcast, do your comedy routine, cry about someone, whatever you want. Matter of fact, last week we had a guy come in, Chumley, complain about someone that's actually a guest this week. So that'll be, maybe he'll take him on again. So when a minute, you're going to hear this noise. It's just a cricket. Okay. And then you have you're pretty much done. But if you go over, you're going to hear this.
If you vote for Adolf Hitler as the Libertarian Party candidate.
Okay. So that's all we have. So first person up. What do you have to say about those, Andy? Any comments on my sounds effects? Or what would you prefer? You want the air horn instead, maybe?
They're pretty good. I don't know. It's upgraded from last week. I think my sound issues tend to infect everyone around me. So
yeah, yours is much better. I can actually hear you and see you. What happened to your background? You had a cool background that looks like it's gone away.
Oh, I could put it back up. It was a little too blurry. Blurred me out
It's
a little
'cause of
too
your-
much.
There-
There we go.
You need darker hair. Baby. There we go. Okay, everybody. First person in. You know him. You love him. Adam Nutter, the resident comedian, and our longest returning guest. So welcome, Adam.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, as always. I like how Andy's like, she freaks out when I take my gun to her house. It's like, yeah, because you put it in her mouth when you fuck her, probably, you psychopath. It's like, that's why she probably freaks out.
Somebody's got to do it.
Or he thinks everything's like Legion of Skanks competition and it's always in the butt. So,
Yeah, for sure.
okay. Adam, you ready for this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So I don't even know if you prepared for anything, but I'm going to.
Well, I got to preface it with, did I bring up the sports thing last time?
What sports
you
thing?
talked about
You were
why-
fighting animals.
That's fine. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to do the sports thing.
Okay. Ready? Go.
Okay. What I think should be and not should be considered a sport is anything where defense directly affects the outcome of the game. Okay? So it doesn't have to be physical, doesn't matter. It's okay. Defense has to come into play. So, example, obviously football, baseball, right? That's all easy ones. I'm not going to bring those up. Chess, you might say, is chess a sport? Yes, because I'm directly playing you and your defense is stopping me from getting your king, right? Okay, well, how about swimming? No, it's not a sport. And I'll tell you why. No matter how good I make myself, I train, right? I'm not going to beat Michael Phelps. Now, he's not in my lane fucking mushing my face into the water, right? He's not like splashing me. He's just a freak natural athlete. Swimming, golf, things like that, you're playing against yourself. No one else. The other people have no bearing on how well you do.
Is that it?
No, I have more, but I don't want to go for my time.
I think you did give us that bit like after.
I might have.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. Yeah. I don't know. When you say chess,
weather plays defense in golf, right? Wind.
Natural elements don't count.
Natural element. All right, you've thought
Because
this through.
there has to be somebody like if Tiger was able to like wait with his club and like you get 7 seconds to tee off, and after that 7 seconds he gets to charge at you with that club. Yeah, man, that's now it's a fucking sport. Tennis sport, checkers sport, darts can be depending on the game played. Because like some, I think games in darts, like you leave the darts up there, like your opponent's darts up there, which strategically that means you could like stop, like curling is unfortunately a sport because you could stop. I don't agree with all these as sports, but I agree. I mean, like I don't like all these as sports that I'm saying, but I have to be consistent. So like curling would be one, NASCAR would be one because you cut people off. Track sprinting isn't, swimming, golf, shit like that isn't.
So competition is all you're really looking at then?
No, because you're competing in golf. You're competing against other people, but it's not sport. Gymnastics.
I don't know.
Is it good?
So
Anything
sport,
where judges come into play also isn't a sport.
So I'm not a big fan of judging sports. I mean,
domestic
I
violence
could judge
counts. Domestic
Yeah,
violence.
yeah,
counts as
there's a
sport.
winner and a loser. There's referees. We call them cops.
Okay.
Sometimes there's
Interesting.
defense.
Does there have to be rules involved?
Well, I mean, that's what a sport is.
Well, you
It's
just
like a
qualified
rule.
domestic violence. I don't know if there's
Well,
any
that was a
rules.
joke, and you made it serious.
Okay. I was.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just think it has to be just defense has to make direct defense has to make a play,
So-
or otherwise you're playing yourself. Then
Athleticism isn't really an issue for you then?
No.
For sports.
I mean, right? I mean, like, yeah, you're not going to probably do well in football if you're 400 pounds, but like, you might be an awesome chess player. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not about athletics. It's not about athleticism. It's not about athleticism because all sports are games, right? And
Yeah.
all games are just competitions in a way, and not all games and competitions are athletic. So, sport doesn't necessarily have to be. I'm sure the dictionary says otherwise. I'm sure we pull up the dictionary right now. I'm sure it says like athletic game, but I don't give a fuck. Who cares? What am I fucking? Don't be a statist unless the dictionary. You make your own definitions.
I could look it up, but that is there's always the age old debate about like golf or whatever they a sport. And I see where you're making the differentiation between athleticism in a sport itself. I mean, it's hard to say because sport probably has something to do with, you may get winded, right, at some point
Or
in people's minds. But
shooting's a sport.
Yeah.
Do you get winded from shooting?
And if you're the shooter or the shootee, depends.
Shootee, you're fucked for sure, and that's probably an issue for you. But if you're the shooter, you're probably having a great time.
Right. Although I don't know that you can't play defense in shooting, is what you're saying.
No. But okay, good point. Oh, good point.
Yeah, you can. You can run away.
An actual gun battle, but I mean, like a target competition. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, target competition would be a competition at the. Yeah, it's not a sport. True.
So I'm going to bring this up here since you asked.
Yeah, I said it. I knew it would.
So you're like all the gender benders out there. You're just changing definitions.
Yeah, because I don't agree with it.
Okay, so maybe you should make up your own definition.
No.
Why do you have to take ours?
Nope. Hey,
sports
if
is
they
a
can
social
push
construct.
trans shit on kids, I'm pushing this on everybody. Sport. This is not the definition of a sport. It's bullshit.
Okay. You were one of those. You were definitely for gay marriage, right?
Is it a sport?
Well, I'm just saying because that was the whole argument back then, right? Is it a sport?
No,
Yes.
about gay marriage, though, but I care about this.
Changing definitions. You're all about changing definitions.
Well,
I think there's a natural defensive element in gay marriage.
There is.
True.
Also, domestic violence is more fair. I feel like it's more fair play.
Yeah.
But
right.
At least I'm giving up some sort of thought out reasoning to why I have what I'm saying. I'm not just saying because I think. Like I gave good reasons, I feel. So I'm not arguing with emotion.
No,
I'm arguing with logic.
I get it. So you present something and then you logically go down there. My problem is just that you're changing the definition. As the example it says here, an activity involving physical exertion.
Definition is my problem, and you're just not expanding your mind and thinking outside the box.
Fine. Were you a kid when you were younger? Did you make up like your own games?
Yeah, bro. Of course you did. Like, how are you not getting that? Yes.
All right. How about your own language?
And I play with my grandpa. I wouldn't let him his guys fly and shit, but I would. Like my guys were awesome. We were playing toys.
All right.
Stuff. I always had better rules.
I don't know what this is, but Magoo says defensive playbook, play one, zig, zag.
That's if you're getting.
We might have missed that.
Oh yeah, always zigzag. Right. If you're getting shot at, you zigzag. I'm
oh,
sure.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what I would allude to.
All right.
Depending on which minority is firing the gun, you probably got a better odd of getting out of there.
It's true.
So
Sailor's Law.
That reminds me, we had a few years ago. You don't have many mass shooters that are besides gang related that are African American men, right? Black men. But you had the DC sniper a few years ago. He was picking off people right and left, and then you have this recent guy, and this guy didn't kill anybody. What?
Yeah, he's bad.
I mean,
my black friend told me a really funny joke via DM because he's like, I don't want to say it because I'll get canceled. I was like, dude, you're black. You could 100% say this joke, like 100%. I don't want to say it because I'll get canceled. But like, he should say it. Like he should use. I guess I could say it. Can I say it if I'm quoting of my black friend?
You got to give him credit.
All right. Bet. Credit to Delvin Cox. I'll give a Twitter handle out too if I get backfired. He said, the New York shooter proves that black people aren't good at mass shootings unless there's a car involved, which I think is a pretty good joke.
Do you want to say it one more time?
I just did.
We just had a big shooting here in Sacramento, and of course, it's a big deal until they find out it's gang related, and then they kind of don't really follow through with anything. So, I figured it was the whole time, though. It just was, white people weren't down that area of town middle of the night. So,
Sacramento was just LARPing as Chicago for a night.
Right. Not doing a good job. Okay, Adam, thank you. Anything you want to say on that, Andy? Last bit of critique here. We'll keep you around, Adam, too.
Yeah. If anybody wants to come at me with my sports debate, hit me up. I will fucking argue you till I die. I'll die on this hill. I've argued this in the cheetah thing so many times. I will die on those hills.
Did you see this kid? There was some picture I just saw on Twitter, and I should have shared it with you because it was some guy in Africa that fought a lion, and he got messed up, but he killed it.
You mean like fought a lion? Like fought
like
with his
you
hands?
want to fight? Yeah.
That's so cool. Where did he do
Barehanded?
this? Wait, so a man fought a full-grown lion and beat it to death? Is what you're telling me?
He was messed up, but yeah.
I don't care.
Barehanded?
That's a
Not
crazy story. This is real. This is a real story.
I think so. I should have tagged doing it. Man fights lion. Let's see if there's anything.
Wait, mountain lion? Because that's doable. That guy choked mountain lion to death before.
I'm just telling you what I saw on Twitter, and Twitter doesn't. Here you go.
African lion.
I'm gonna share this up further. You ready for this?
Yeah, that guy's like Hercules.
Okay. Shocking is the headline.
Yo, suck my balls. No way. Was the lion dying?
He doesn't look good for. He's not a big man though.
Hey man, that's pretty good. You
Right.
got away with some bullshit injury after wrestling a lion to death?
Right.
The moral
I
of the
don't
story
know,
is
dude.
don't
That
fuck with
seems
Ugandans.
bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
Is that Coney 2012?
Dude, if Coney 2012 killed a lion, that guy
Right.
deserves a few more years on the planet.
Right. I believe you're right. Okay, we're bringing someone else in. Sam, you ready?
I'm ready. It looks like I'm
Sam
live.
Whip. Okay, so if you don't understand the concept or you haven't been here, we give you a minute. You talk whatever you want to say, and then we're going to have a conversation with you for a little bit. So it looks like you're what are you in your car picking up your kids? I don't know, but I'll give you a minute. When you hear this noise, you hear that? That's the crickets. That's time to stop. If you go over too long, we'll play Nick Sarwark in your ear.
If you vote for Adolf Hitler as the Libertarian Party candidate.
All right. Okay, Sam, the floor is yours. You got a minute. Go.
All right. Well, let's talk about gay people, right? Let's see. So the thing about gay people is it's not biblical. You shouldn't be gay. Like guys shouldn't be attracted to guys and women shouldn't be attracted to women. So I don't really like gay people. But what I do like is trans people. Because trans people just kind of change it up. So like they put some work in and then, you know, like Baptists and all that, like they don't have completely bombing, which is perfectly like Kill Tony. But you should check out my podcast, the Black Flag podcast, and I think we are gonna have lots of more funny things on there, and it should be a lot of fun. Do I keep going? How much longer do I have of this torture?
You have about 30 seconds. Up to you.
Does he have to keep talking all the time? It's hilarious. If
Do
you
I
make
have-
everybody
do I
talk for a
have to keep
minute.
talking?
No, I'll just you don't have to keep talking. We'll just I'm just kidding. All right, Sam. So tell us about some about your who are you and tell us about your podcast. Oh no. Can you hear us?
Doing Sam was
so
like
so the podcast,
Oh, all right,
the
never
idea is
mind.
like
I'll wait.
Wednesday, serious, just some subject that. So it'll just be something that I'm like curious in. It'll be more like, you know, history or some economic thought or political thought or this or that. And then on the weekends, we're gonna do like some type of comedy or something like that. So like we actually had on Adam Nutter at one point, so it was pretty fun to have him on.
So you also co-host
You guys
with
hear me?
David Brady, right?
I do, yeah, on the road to Providence. Hopefully David Brady does better than I did.
We'll see. But when I was on there not too long ago, and you were on there, this same thing was happening where you go in and out with your connection. Do you live in Uganda? I think we just had a story about your home life.
when Sam said, men shouldn't be trusting men. I was like, hold on, have you not seen Jake Gyllenhaal? He's so handsome. How dare you?
Hopefully the right parts got cut out. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, it was. You're fine now. It was when you were bombing that we could hear you, and then we wanted to talk to you, and you were in and out.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good there now. So your podcast. How long have you been doing it, and who have you had on recently?
We just had on Jack Lloyd, the guy who popularized the phrase taxation is theft, and we've also had Dave Benner on for like history of Thomas Paine and stuff like that. So I've probably been doing it just a couple of weeks.
Okay, good. Well, I'll check it out. Jack Lloyd. So maybe you could tell us about. I know he's an attorney. I know he wrote a book, and I know he had an issue with Pete at some point recently. I don't know, he coined the phrase "taxation is theft." I thought that was
from
anybody
forever
but
ago.
him. Yeah.
Well, he claims he made a meme, and then it just blew up all over the internet, and it kind of became a thing for the Libertarian Party.
With the meme itself blew up, or just the phrase? Because
the meme started the phrase.
Nope. I don't think so.
It's how culture works. Memes, and then people start
revolutionaries start that phrase?
This feels like a phrase that predates memes, but I could be wrong.
Like the 1700s.
I don't know.
Well, the concept isn't new.
I'm looking this up right now. There's no fucking way.
So, Sam, did you give him any pushback on this on the show?
No, I did not.
Well, there you go. Now you know. Never believe your guests.
Yeah.
So is Jack Lloyd a Baptist tranny or what?
He is actually, yeah. He's doing it the correct way.
So Chris, who we had on the here, he said this guy looks like he grooms David Brady. Is there any truth to this claim?
That is 100% accurate.
How old are you, Sam? Do you mind me asking?
30.
30, okay. And you had, what, 2 or 3 kids, I think you said last time I talked to you?
3 kids. 5 of them.
Okay. Are any of them gay?
We don't know yet.
Okay. Are you going to let them choose?
Sounds
like
something.
Okay.
The best
so tell us more about
I'll
this.
just keep telling them about my weird sex life, and then hopefully they'll come around to
the joke, I hope. Okay. So, I mean, why do you say it's weird? Is it just only missionary? What's you open the door?
Actually, pretty much. A lot of that.
All right.
By the way, this phrase goes back, like the idea, especially of like taxation, is all that like the 1800s.
I'm pretty sure the first person that was ever taxed was like, "This is theft."
Yeah, I'm almost, but no, he made a meme. By the way, I never talked to Jack Lloyd before. Like, I know of him and stuff like that, and I've never had a personal problem with him. But his profile picture makes me want to punch him in his face. He has a very punchable face profile picture. Is all I'm gonna say.
He does look very young.
He's married, right, to an Asian lady, I think. You sure you're looking at the right one?
Yeah, he's a libertarian with Asian wife.
Yeah,
no. He has one where he's like in a blazer with like a wig on, or something like that, like doing like a Superman pose. It makes me want to punch him in his face.
Wasn't that what some reporter said about Sandman? Nick Sandman. He has a very punchable face.
Yeah. But I get that phrase though. That's honestly, if anything, that's from fucking goddamn Step Brothers.
Oh, I thought you were claiming that you had started that phrase and that it was attributed to you.
No, I wouldn't be so crazy to say something like that.
Sam, have you started any phrases that have taken off on the internet?
Yes. Let me think of one.
Said yes.
I think of one I can make up real quick.
Exactly. Go on Tower Power Hour. Like, I made that up. It was all me.
It checks out.
What kind of car are you driving right now? That's what I want to know.
I'm driving the most manly car ever, a Prius.
You poor soul.
No
wonder you're a Baptist tranny.
Blue Prius.
What do you do? Do you mind us getting personal? What do you do for a living?
That's very personal. But I do door to door. I sell community solar subscriptions.
Oh, solar, like panels of some sort on your house?
Yeah, so basically, since you live next to a community solar garden, because of the legislation that's passed, XL has to allow you to participate. You're going to save about $100, $200 a year on your electricity bill, no extra cost to you. Have you lived in the house for 4 months or more?
Yes.
That's my whole spiel. Great. Is your electricity bill typically over $40?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and do you get your bill by paper or online?
I'd plead the fifth. No, both.
All right, grab that.
What does your bill online have to do with it or not? Explain that one to me.
So all the questions are just to make people think about their electricity and sort of distract from why is this guy just at my door offering a discount?
Oh, gotcha.
Like
so
a
sleight
weird-
of hand.
It is, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anything last thing, Andy, Adam, you want to say anything else to Sam before we bring in the next guest?
You're gonna tell me to quit my day job. I'm a comedian.
Yeah. No, I'm
can.
not Jason Stapleton.
I mean, everybody should quit their day job and become a comic.
If you became a comic, I don't know if I would hate you any more or less, but I do hate comics.
Yeah, that's true. And he says that a lot. If I make him laugh, so he's full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's like a little bit of a cocksucker. But I do want to say this to Sam. The idea that taxation is theft originated in Murray Rothbard's The Ethics of Liberty in 1982. Rothbard compared government tax collectors to thieves demanding to know what valuables one may have in one's house. So all he did was just remake a meme of it, and the meme picked up speed, but he didn't come up with the term. That's what it was.
Taxation is theft, conscription is slavery.
He popularized the term, the phrase.
Well, here's one that Spud's going to be popular for. Stop being poor.
Sports is something about defense and all that shit.
I'm sorry. I'm a man and I play real sports. You're right. I'm sorry. We go down this road. I'll go down this road. I told you I'll down this hill. What do you want to know? What we don't talk about?
I do think Adam's right. You do MMA and football. I think we could all just test that those are pretty manly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well,
I would have loved to play hockey, but I
never
never skated before a day in my life. I never even put on skates.
Okay. You played roller hockey. All right. Well, Sam, I appreciate it. One more time. What's your podcast and who do you have coming up and where do they find you online?
The Black Flag podcast. You can find me on YouTube and I still have to upload to everything else, but we're going to be having on Hode and Jacob Winograd. We're going to be debating the Mises movement and whether it's good or bad. So
did you say, okay, now this makes sense. You said the Black Flag?
Flag.
Oh,
but actually I misspelled it one time and we got a whole ton of views, so maybe I'll just keep that going on.
Good marketing strategy.
Yeah,
you're a salesman. You should know this.
Right. Few letters make a difference. All right, Sam, I appreciate it. I'm gonna.
You guys.
Yes, thanks for joining us. I'm gonna put you in the green room. If you want to stay around, whatever you can, but we'll probably say goodbye to you for now. Okay.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny comment by Chris in the comments. He said, this guy looks like he grooms David Brady.
Right. Well, he's on his show with him. And we put that on the screen when you were busy doing your research.
Oh, I didn't say it. Damn it. All right.
What are you drinking, Tyler?
This is it's Lazy Hazy. It's yeah. Fall River. It's by Chico.
I could tell by looking at the can it was something gay.
Right. Cream of some young guy.
Yeah,
it's a
so
Chinese
they drink fucking cherry water.
But I also have a coffee here.
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Okay. Well, we're going to bring on the next guest, victim, what have you. And we've been nice. We were nice to Sam there to some extent, but I think it's the gloves come off for this guy. So welcome everybody. David Brady. How you doing, David?
I want to preface that Sam does not groom me. He does not have a successful podcast, and he does not have several books published. So it couldn't possibly be true. So I will let you know that.
David, if you came on and said you groomed him, I would have high-fived you through the screen. That was a joke.
Oh Lord.
All right, David, you know the concept, right? You've been drinking spritzers or something in our green room. You're all ready to go. I'm going to give you the count, and you're going to get 1 minute. You get the crickets that you heard probably at 1 minute. It's time to stop. But if you go over and you have to hit the nick.
If you vote for Adolf Hitler,
oh god,
as the Libertarian Party
make
candidate.
it stop. God, that's painful.
Yeah, so that's to make you stop. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Ready? So I'm going to give you 1 minute and head off. It's all you.
All right. So I was going to talk about first, being optimistic and why you shouldn't be pessimistic for the future. But you know what, Sam, talking about like the taxation is that thing, it reminded me of a story. So when some British soldiers went down to Afghanistan to first fight, when they were, establishing their government after they decided we're not going to get Osama bin Laden in 2003 or 2002, they decided they weren't going to do that. So what they did is they decided we're going to nation build. And so they go into these like poor goat farmers. And there's like, first of all, do you know what 9/11 was? And they didn't know what 9/11 was in the slightest because, they don't know where New York is, much less Kabul in the slightest. And so they're like, okay, but for this new government we're forming in Kabul, far away, you have to pay them a part of your income and you got to give them their money so they can do things. They're like, that's basically just theft. So it's funny that the American public cannot understand just like how taxation is actually theft when, dirt poor goat farmers who probably, they understand it.
All right. Is that it? You finished there?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to David Brady. Yes, the applause. Okay. Adam's gotten some private stuff going on there. So David, welcome to the show. I've been on yours a few times. This is the first time you've been on mine. Other than I've featured your show a few times. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your show and who you are? And are you at work now or home? I don't know. You've talked about being at work.
Yeah, I usually record from my workplace because I got a nice desk set up there, but it's freezing right now because it's snowing out there, and I didn't want to go and like start cranking up the heat bill right there. So I've moved my studio to home right now. But my podcast is The Road to Providence. I don't know why I came up with the name. People make like this joke about Rhode Island. I don't know. Maybe I'll go there someday, see what it's about. I don't think it's very impressive from what I've heard. But my show is basically, it's another libertarian podcast. I interview people. We talk about important stuff. I try to touch on current events for my live show. I got Sam as my co-host for that. You just saw him very how do I word this, man? I'm struggling with my words here. It wasn't very impressive there, his performance there, but he's better on the show. I'll give him credit there. But then I also have like a Sunday special where I do pre-recorded interviews with guests, and it comes out Sunday at about 5 Central, 6 Eastern. You can catch that. Like I'll have Ryan Dawson for this coming week. That'll be fun. And I've had some great guests there. So my podcast, I know I'm trying to get there.
Yeah. So you've been, I think you've been doing a good job. Tell everybody how old you are so we can make Andy feel uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, I'm 17.
Okay. Let me add Nutter to the screen again. Adam Nutter. Adam, this is David. David, this is Adam.
Howdy, Adam. I think Jacob Winograd sucks.
Wow. He's got it. You're muted.
I was muted. He does suck. I agree. He does. Is he in here? No, he's doing his podcast, I think.
Yeah, he's doing his show.
Yeah, we should go crash the show after this. I heard this loud crash. It was just rain. It was like this a mad hard rain. My fucking window broke open. Sorry. That's why I left.
I thought it was Sam breaking and entering, you accuse him of being a groomer, and so he's just going to come kick down your door.
How did you meet Sam?
Well, when Spike Cohen came around to kind of help with Nate Atkins's campaign for mayor of Minneapolis under the libertarian ticket, I went down to Minneapolis, and I was like this 17-year-old kid hanging out in a bar with everyone. I wasn't drinking, but I was talking about things and talking about the Fed, and I met Sam there. And I knew him from the Minnesota Mises Caucus. And so I just was like, hey, Sam, you want to be my co-host? So I have someone to bounce ideas off of. So I wasn't just talking to the screen. And I had him on, and he's been my co-host since. But I guess he's going to do his own podcast now.
Oh, did you not know that? Was that something?
No, I've known about it recently. I'm a bit hurt. That he betrayed me and felt the need to go start his own podcast. I'm just kidding.
It happened.
Yeah.
Did you understand it's the Black Fag podcast? Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, what they had Cole from Tower Power Hour. They had him on, so it makes sense. It all lines up.
True. Yeah. You could have said me, and I appreciate that you didn't.
I could have, but I haven't watched that one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, cold out there right now at your place? You're in Minnesota, cold, right? Or is that right?
Oh yeah, man, it's cold. It's like the weather is so bipolar. Like yesterday it was a little bit of raining, and then it was a little bit warm, and now it's like freezing, and it was snowing all day. So it's super bipolar because it's springtime here in the land of 10,000 lakes.
Minnesota's going through a Kokesh moment right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
co-cashing out.
Okay, did you
that
guys
joke's gonna be so beaten by the time. It's gonna be like the 12
I know.
shots.
Oh, he
That's
said
why I have to
beaten.
get it in before it's not funny anymore.
He said beaten. So look, there's a lot of good news stories out there, and I think Smots kind of ran them all into the ground in one day with one big show of like a 3-hour podcast talking about Joe, Tom Woods, and what was the other one? Kokesh. Oh yeah, duh.
Mhm.
Did you guys see the Clint podcast
yeah.
with Kokesh?
Yeah, I was watching that live while I was doing dishes, like I was listening to it, and it was just painful. I was like, this guy's like jumping from subjects. It's like he has like ADHD or something. How many kids does it take with ADHD does it take to screw in a light bulb? Hey, let's go ride bikes. It seemed like that was the kind of like how the conversation was going the entire time, because he kept jumping topics. It was like it got weirdly personal at times, and then he was just acting like an irrational fool the other part of the time. I don't know.
Have you guys? Go ahead, Andy.
I had a question. Now that you mentioned ADHD, I've been sitting here thinking, David, do you have any hobbies outside of being a trans ADHD teenager?
No, man, that's pretty much my entire life.
I mean, he leans into it. You got to give him that.
Yeah,
he knows his role.
So, David,
what happened to your wrist? Also,
oh, that's carpal tunnel because my school is like, hey, do all your assignments online.
He's 17. Yeah,
dude. I mean, I've never truly seen a teenager with carpal tunnel outside of the jokes that you jerk off too much. I've never actually seen a teenager who's like, no, I have it from schoolwork. I'm like, oh, I want to bully you now from like seeing that. I have an instinct to bully you. That's crazy.
Right. I mean, try the Euro grip. Left hand, the other hand. There's all kinds of things you could.
Hand job.
Sit on it, make it go numb. But seriously, the carpal tunnel. Why? Do you just have been gaming since you were like 5 or something like that? Is that on the keyboard? It's usually a keyboard injury.
Yeah, I'm just using my keyboard. I don't really play video games much anymore, as much as I would like to have like the free time to do that, but I don't. Sadly, but it's like I have my computer and I'm just constantly writing and typing things, and I got to do it for schoolwork. I got to do it for like I'm trying to do a little bit of writing on the side as part of like the libertarian stuff. I don't know. I'm weird.
I play more video games for sure than 17.
You're a comedian. You got nothing but free time.
Awesome. It's so cool.
Right. Yeah. David, I had a question and I don't remember what it was because that's what happens when you get old. But anybody see that Bob Murphy's wife is now online taking kind of some shots at Tom?
Yeah,
I don't know who any of these people are.
That's probably for the best.
Right.
Dude, that'd be wild if Bob Murphy's wife was a dime piece. That'd be wild.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I know.
I don't know. Yeah. I really like Bob Murphy. Like I like a lot of what he does in his work, and it's just difficult. Like I don't know. It seems like they had a bad experience once, and I'm not sure like how that's reflecting into how she's interpreting like the Tom Woods stuff. Which, by the way, I did my thread on that. I'm done talking about Tom Woods, but. Like, it just seems like she's had this one bad experience, and that kind of funneled into just her having a negative perception of Tom overall.
Yeah, Tom's also a midget.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Well,
you could punch him.
You start to lose credibility when you're short. Yeah. How tall are you, David?
Really...
This is kind of a.
I'm 5'8". I'm not tall. I'll be honest.
Are you done growing?
Yeah, I'm taller than tall. I don't know.
He's a late bloomer.
All the estrogen hormones is something his growth is.
Right. These normal questions I would ask all seem to be like I'm putting them in my grooming book or something for David. It's a little off. And
how often do you shower? Just curiosity.
Do you use deodorant?
The new libertarian gatekeeping question is: are you a real libertarian if you didn't make a thread about Tom Woods?
I did not.
No.
I didn't.
Wait,
I don't know who Tom Woods is.
I'm 6 foot, Spud. I am taller than you.
You know what? I've never seen me and Adam in the same room together. So you know what? I'm gonna say I don't know if that he could be like 5'2" for all I know.
Nope, 6 foot. I'm in multiple pictures with people.
But are you ever standing next to other people in these photos? Like all these headshots you see, like of you doing comedy, is just like you kind of bent over. But it's like I don't know.
That is important.
Yeah.
Also, are any of you going to Reno?
No, I can't. I was supposed to do the show, and I can't.
I will
Okay.
wager to bet that Scott Horton is more athletic than you, Adam.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
He plays chess. He plays sports.
I will.
Scott
run
Horton does
circles around Scott
skateboarding.
Horton.
Scott
Yeah.
Horton does-
Yes. Hold on. No, this is important, Spud. I gotta make this very clear.
Read the question for their
Yeah,
listeners.
she said you were going off about tall women in group chat one night. LOL. Yeah, I was. That's not tall. If I'm taller than you, are you tall? Not to me. So it doesn't fucking count. So you could be 5'11 and a half. I don't give a fuck. As long as you're not 6 foot or above, you're good. I feel very emasculated from women who are taller than me. If you were 6'1" and a chick, it's very emasculating to me for some reason. I hate it. Yeah, and by the way, yeah, I was.
Is it just making fun of Adam's height thing?
I-
Like, you know, Adam, get an original joke.
I
He's-
hung out,
no,
with,
Adam
I
is
hung out with
sensitive.
Justin and his wife at yeah, I am with my height. I don't know why, I just am. It was just annoying. I hung out with Justin and his wife in Texas, and I was talking to his wife. She was eye contact with me the whole time, and I was like, "This is annoying." This is
I
bumming
kind
me
of,
out.
I kind of want to jump on that. So you know how Spud just did the OK sign thing, and how like a bunch of losers were like, "Hey, that's a white supremacist sign." So
Yeah.
like
No,
in one of
they
my
weren't
classes,
losers. They were funny people.
okay, the funny people did that.
They were
But-
Andy.
Okay, no, but the 4chan
People with a
people
sense of
convinced-
humor.
Yeah, but like, I didn't take that. I didn't take that seriously. I didn't think anyone actually took that seriously. And then, like in one of my classes, my teacher was like, "Okay, everyone go like this." And then one kid is like, "Don't you know that's associated with white supremacy?" And I just had to look at this kid like, I wish I could rip off your arms and beat you with them.
Yeah, they're
God,
called
what is wrong with
retarded
you?
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it a white kid?
Yeah, it was.
What the hell is
He was
school?
wearing a mask. He was wearing a mask.
What's school?
What the hell
Andy,
is
what
school?
grade did you finish? What's your highest grade?
I
Achieved.
dropped out in 10th grade.
And it shows.
10th. Really?
Yeah. I got arrested, and then I was like, I'm done with this shit. So
What did you get arrested
that-
for in 10th grade?
You had to be a minor.
yeah, I was a minor.
What was it for?
You want to
weed
tell
or
us about
fighting?
this? This is worthy of your own minute.
My own minute. I was in world history class learning about how German shepherds were used to hunt down people in the alleged Holocaust that happened, supposedly. And and I was really high. And next thing you know, we get a knock on the door with 2 cops and 2 German shepherds, and they pull us all out of class and search my nuts and shit. And I didn't have anything on me because I'm not retarded. I stashed my shit across the street in the library bushes. But yeah, I just started talking shit to the cops and got disorderly conduct. That was the only time I've been arrested. Sorry to let you down.
Yeah.
All right.
That story
Sorry to
was
let you
going in a
down.
much cooler direction.
But at the
You know
time-
who would be disappointed with that story? Adam Kokesh.
Well, he's
I think he would fight
disappointed with
back.
any story. I wish Adam Kokesh's girlfriends were here.
Girlfriends.
Oh,
You know what's
Lord.
wild? How I go my whole life without. I'm like the only Adam everywhere I go, and then I get to the fucking Liberty community, and like in our group chat, it's like 5 Adams alone, and then Kokesh, and I'm like, this fucking sucks. Like I don't know what Adam we're talking about.
By the way, I did not make any threads about even the Dave Smith thing, which my post blew up on. I did not make any really taking a side either way. That one was just showing how Joe's a dumb liar. But some of these are just like, it's not, there's Hudak, right? I understand he's going to law school. He's a horrible attorney. And there's all kinds of them out there, but I mean, just making claims without any evidence. Who knows about what Tom's going to happen with him? But it's pathetic.
Fucking Hudak,
Tyler,
dude.
the Constitution is a living document, bro. You have to understand. Like claims, the Constitution adjusts to the claims that I make.
Dude,
much like myself as a teenager, I choked that thing out.
We're in PA. We have this stupid this Thunderdome signal chat where it's like both sides, like the Mises guys and the fucking other Cathedral guys are in a chat together, and it's just brutal. I left it. I nuked it because I'm sick of all these fucking left libertarians straight up advocating for like child abuse with like the fucking trans shit, like like forcing homo blogger. So I posted a meme and it was I got so much shit for it. I posted a meme, and it was a bunch of angry react faces.
Hold on. A comedian's about to explain a meme. You guys pay attention.
I have to, or you won't know what I'm saying.
I'm just talking shit.
I know. No, but it was a bunch of angry react faces, and fucking it said when you post anti-pedo shit in LP group chats, and all the anti-react faces was like Sarwark and like Hudak and the Fictarians and all that shit, right? And one of them was Waldenberger, who's in PA with me, and I didn't realize at the time. I really didn't realize he was on the meme. I just saw like Sarwark and like Hudak. I was like, that's fine. I'm just gonna send it. And then in the Thunderdome, they reposted that, and they were all tagging me and be like, "You piece of shit, you fucking." And I was like, yo, I seen you guys post pro like trans kid shit. Like, what the fuck you talking about? And then Hudak goes, "Whoa, man, that's some pretty big evidence. You got to back up." And I went, "No, I don't, because first of all, I've seen it, but secondly, like, you say shit all the fucking time, completely on what's the word I'm looking for? Uncorroborated or without evidence all the time, and complete accusations, and you guys never back it up. So what the fuck would I was like, suck my dick?" Like, the fuck.
Are we giving Adam another minute here? Is that what's going on here?
No,
I think so.
Put that
By the way, Drew Hancock
back
just
up.
said David does not belong in this podcast with these degenerates.
He's not
true.
wrong.
And I just sent
I'm
Drew
not
a link if he wants to join us.
in recovery.
Come on, Drew. Join the club. Join the club, man.
Yeah.
I love Drew.
So
I gotta get Drew on my podcast. That's what I gotta do.
He said 1 sec. He'll come in, and then we'll lambaste him on here, and we'll let you hang around, David. Unless it gets too crowded, then I'll just remove you. So, David,
All right, that's good.
You've been blowing up. I've been loving your podcast. How are you getting these people to come on? I mean, knowing how you interview them.
I don't know. Yes, I'm the one doing it. Pay no attention to Tom Woods. I'm the real one here. No, please don't take that out of context, people. But I know Spud's probably going to clip this or something. But essentially, I just kind of got a following on Twitter a bit, I guess. And I was just able to direct message people. I'm like, "Hey, yo, you want to come on my podcast? I just want to have these conversations." I don't know. And people just were able to come on. Justin O'Donnell was the first, then Jacob Winograd, whoever that loser is.
Wait, you started with a gay man?
Right.
Yeah. 2 gay men.
And then a one that's not out of the
Justin
closet.
Winograd is, so I'm out of
Jacob, I do. I love him. He's fine. He's calling gay.
And then I had Reed Coverdale, and it just kept going. I kept
Reed
inviting
gay
guests on.
Tyler.
I've had Scott Horton on twice so far.
Did you ask him any questions, or did you just because he's like a wind-up doll? I didn't get to watch that.
4 questions in. I got 4 questions in.
Wow!
But then that was the entirety of the hour because he went on for 20 minutes.
Right.
I'll call Scott gay because he can slap me in person.
True.
Wow.
Hey.
I bet he does.
No, he doesn't. Scott's a gem of a human being.
Yeah.
I don't have a bad word to say about him.
Yeah, but I just direct messaged these guys and just asked them. Sometimes it was like, "Hey, come on my show." I did a Twitter post, hold your boombox over your head and just be like, "Hey, come on my show," that sort of thing. And I just kind of yelled at them. I got Ricada Law. He's going to be coming on my show sometime in the future.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, seriously, I just tagged him.
Yeah, I saw him comment on you. I was like, no way. I can't let that work.
I'm done. I guess I'm not trying either, but I would love to talk to him. So, look, okay, we're gonna bring on a newly minted eyeglasses, Drew Hancock.
Unfortunate hat.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Drew
just snorted an 8-ball right now.
Yeah. No, listen, I just got home from dinner with my father, so
that looks like
y'all talking about?
That's kind of fucked up if you think about it.
Right. First of all, why are you're not in you usually have a different shirt on. What's the deal with this?
I dress differently today. I don't wear that all the time. That's just that's my thing for the videos.
Okay. Look, so you came on. I'm glad you did. You were going to have a minute and you're going to talk to us about whatever you want because this is how we do it down here. And when you hear this noise, you're done. Right. But if you go over that, you're going to finally
vote for Adolf Hitler as the Libertarian Party candidate.
Then you're done for sure. Okay. So Drew, you ready? You have a minute and it's all yours. And then we're going to talk to you. Ready? Go.
Okay. So obviously I didn't prepare anything. Follow my Twitter account because my Twitter account is the best out of anyone on this call.
True.
I don't know. I feel like I'm very low energy right now. I don't know like if I'm just dragging this whole thing down. If y'all were just having a gay old time, just a happy time, and then I jumped on and just dragged the whole mood down. Yeah, check out odyssey.com, ODYSE.com. They don't endorse anything that I might say on this podcast regarding national socialism or white supremacy or any other related topics. Yeah, that's how much more time do I have?
About 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Jesus. So here's my thing. Like, if you put me in a room alone with a cheetah, I think I could take on the cheetah.
You know what, man? I think you could.
Shut up, Andy. Adam.
Yeah. No, I was actually messaging. I was actually looking. Yeah, there you go. I was looking.
There you go.
Right,
what about a cougar? Like, we have a lot of those out here in California.
Yes.
The old ladies that are hot. What about fighting one of them in a room?
I thought you meant the cat, Tyler, you silly goose. I don't know. I feel like a cougar could probably mess someone up, right? Because that's
they'll ruin your life and give you a divorce.
Florida choke one to death.
Here's a solid question.
Why?
Why does Drew have a half green screen? Talk to us about the green screen, Drew.
Because whenever Drew was doing videos, that was his way of keeping it interesting in the background. But now I don't do videos anymore, and it's just kind of there. It makes it cool whenever I'm talking to like creators about Odyssey, because it's like they can see, oh, hey, this dude's got like a professional thing behind him. But
did you paint that?
It's pretty worthless. No, I bought it off of Amazon.
Oh, okay. It's a full-on green screen. Okay. That's fine.
Hey, how is work going? VR to live stream to Odyssey. Can you help me troubleshoot that in real time?
Probably not right now.
I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah, I could. What about Odyssey?
It's great. It was a little problematic for Tower Power last night. Are you sabotaging it on purpose? I mean, I don't mind if you do.
No, our live streaming has been kind of bad the past week or two because there's like back-end problems that's going on.
It worked great for me today at work.
Well, there we go. That's all that matters. It's probably
I listened to the Alex Jones channel with my phone on lock screen all day.
Yeah, Toad and Clint and whoever's running that, they probably just don't know how to do a live stream.
Blame it on
We're live streaming right now, by the way, on Odyssey.
Yeah. Everyone watch this on Odyssey. Yeah, David, how have you been?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm surviving. Best as I can.
In what way? Like, what struggles are you having in life right now? Are you going to prom?
Well, like the usual, that I'm forced to go into a government prison camp for 8 hours a day, and then that same prison camp demands that I do more work outside of it in order to feel validated and not be reprimanded by people who have been who I am now a captive audience to, and who I just.
By the way, with that answer, he said no to the prom question. That's a definite no if you're going to answer that question like that.
Yeah. David, well, listen, David, here's what. Do what, Andy?
I said, what are the demographics of your school, David?
No.
Most. Oh, Lord.
This is important.
You know, I think it's kind of like a zebra. It's mostly white. It's got a few black spots on there, you know. And then you got, oh, Lord, that didn't go well. I worded that terribly. But, you know, it's just mostly white school. I live in a rural town, you know. I live about, like, in the boondocks, you know. Like, there's this funny story. I have a friend who was playing League of Legends once with another one of my friends. And
yeah, you go to a white school.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Say less.
Yeah, but I live in the boondocks, essentially. So, yeah.
It's
also
up north. It happens.
This is a tip for everybody, but especially young people telling stories. If you preface a story with funny story, better be fucking funny.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That means it's not a funny story.
You can't say funny story and then lead with League of Legends.
I mean, that's
a funny story, and in my brain goes, well, I'm a comic. Okay. I've heard a lot of funny stories. It's better be great.
Okay, but I can actually tell the story. So I was hanging out at a friend's house. I know he plays League of Legends. I think League of Legends is cancer, but I'm sitting there watching him play League of Legends with another one of our friends who lives also in the boondocks like me. And so they're playing internet, and his ping, you know, that reception that you get between you and like whatever the internet browser, I don't know exactly how it works. It's like near like 2,000, 3,000. So he's having terrible reception here. And so somebody goes into the chat and is like, yo, bro, do you even live in the US? And my friend here, he quickly responds, yes, he lives in the boondocks. And forever then, he became known as Boondocks Josh. I don't know. Maybe he'll see this show. I'll probably send it to him.
I feel bad for the kids of today.
No, but like, no, but seriously,
they'll never know the joy of a 2004 Halo 2 lobby.
Call of Duty.
No, but see, I only refer to him as Boondocks Josh. Like, I'll talk to him and be like, what's up, Boondocks Josh?
David.
I'll just talk to him like that. And my mother, at this point, if I say Josh, she doesn't know who I'm talking about. As soon as I preface it with Boondocks Josh, then she knows exactly who I am talking about.
Can I just? I would like to point out I'm very correct in my statement from before.
You know what? Jacob's better than you. I'm gonna say
that's not true, and you can't rectify it. So,
David, I'll give you a little bit of a compliment here. So last week we had Chumley. Chumley had kind of gone at you, posted something there, and you guys had a little thing, and you blocked him. So he came in, and his minute rant was taking you on, or people like you guys have since made up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm expecting him to be your co-host pretty soon. First of all, congratulations. And second of all, how did this come about? Yeah.
How did it come
it's
about?
His prom date.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want me to explain the story of the picture, or do you want me to explain?
No, not the picture. The makeup. The fact that you guys are okay now, and I think that's a good.
Well, how did
shows,
the picture make you feel?
Right.
Listen, man. Like all that. Like I realized that just. I don't know. I was being the worst. You know. I'm trying to make sure that I watch my language.
You had a white girl moment. It's okay.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, you have a child?
No. I have a little sister. She's 6, and then another one who's 4, and I just don't want them running in and hearing me like throwing out words that they wouldn't want me to hear. But otherwise, like I was, I was being one of those in response to that tweet, you know, I just realized that I was the worst, and that it was just probably something I should have just brushed off my shoulder and not made a big deal about. And so I decided to like unblock him and decide to like play into the joke a bit, you know?
Yeah, because it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I admit it. It was funny. I just didn't expect it. And I didn't have a good day when I blocked him there. So
I get it.
I give you credit for pulling back from that and being okay with it. So yeah. Drew, what else do you got going on here? You're not doing videos anymore? Oh, sorry, Andy.
Yeah.
Talking over you.
Sorry. David's in a highly emotional state.
Yeah,
it happens. Okay, so Drew, you're not doing videos anymore? Too much work?
Yeah. I should be working right now, but yeah.
But isn't this so much more productive?
What are you working on? What are you working on, Drew?
I'm writing.
Writing what?
What are you writing?
Stuff for Odyssey.
Okay.
So like all the like the official channel posts and stuff, I've been doing those. So I'm doing that. But yeah. And then I get a message from Tyler Yonke saying, "Hey Drew, join my show and talk for a minute." And I say, "Sure, Tyler, because I am your friend and that is what friends do." And who would I rather talk to than Andy and Adam and David?
Thank you.
Hey Drew,
I mean, if you need to leave, you can always leave, of course. But I do appreciate you coming in and making it worthwhile.
What, David?
I have a question. I'm gonna send an image to Tyler through Twitter there, and I saw this tweet from the Odyssey account. I want to know what this is about because I saw it a while back and I grabbed a screenshot, and I'm just curious what it's about. Like, do you think you could bring it up, Tyler?
David, if you had any humor in your body, you would have just sent a picture of a goatsy. And just
by the way, the water's on the moisture's on the wrong side. Just throwing that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what is this.
Well, listen. So,
have you ever heard of inference?
Yeah. So what that is, it's supposed to be a penis, and it's supposed to be ejaculating.
No, really?
Yeah. Do you mean like what's our rationale for sending that tweet or what?
Yeah. I was just curious because I saw them and they got deleted, and a bunch of people were just like, "Odyssey, are you okay?"
Yeah. So listen, with the Odyssey Twitter account, we try to be kind of irreverent. You look at like Rumble or YouTube and it's all corporate stuff, and we're trying to be a little bit silly, but sometimes we go a little bit too far and we're just kind of weird. That's probably an example of us just trying too hard. But yeah, good thing it was deleted early. I mean, you can see it was tweeted 11:20. Yeah, 3 out of 5. So yeah, probably just a late night. Someone was intoxicated, and I just thought that'd be a good thing to tweet.
Why doesn't Odyssey advertise that you can listen with your phone locked? That's a big thing.
Handcrafted tweets. I think we've kind of mentioned it. I don't know. The Android app has only been out for like a month, so there's some more marketing we can do with it for sure.
I don't know about the Android app, but I enjoy listening to Odyssey with my phone locked for the past 6-7 months.
I saw that you sent out a tweet about that.
Yeah, I'm down with that too.
You know what? I think Odyssey should just purchase ads on like the Daily Wire and all these right-wing channels, and just purchase ads on YouTube to be like, hey, YouTube sucks, right? Why don't you just move to Odyssey? I don't know. It's just an idea. I don't know.
All right. Well, listen, David, we're always open up to suggestions, and I'm happy to hear feedback like that. Can I geek out about Odyssey like for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did shit on
like an actual and give like an actual answer to that. So, David, like that's a great idea. So, I think that if we were a platform like Rumble and we were just trying to appeal to like a right wing base, like that would certainly be a great thing. There's a lot of crossover there, because you have these people who they're concerned about censorship on these big platforms. With Odyssey, the key point of what we're trying to do different than like all of these other like Getter, Gab, Parler, whatever, is we are trying to appeal to more than just dissident right-wing people, more than just conservatives. And if you look at Odyssey, you look at our homepage and you look at the kind of stuff we have, like we have a lot more than just political content. And you look at our Twitter account.
It is great for dissident right.
Yeah, it's also great for those people. Like I'm not saying they can't be on, but like that's not our main focus. Like you look at our Twitter account, are we tweeting about free speech? No, we're tweeting penises. Like that's just what we are. But as far as appealing to that demographic, like I think that would be a good idea, but that's just not currently our focus.
Fair enough, man.
So,
how is
David?
Wait.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tyler. You're the host.
I was referring back to David giving you marketing advice, and I don't know if this is maybe my age, but Dudley Moore, and if you've ever heard of him as an actor, he did this show called a movie called Crazy People, where he goes into an insane asylum. He freaks out about something, and so he's a ad exec, and he uses all these crazy people to help him do sell products. And one was like Volvo, it's boxy, but you'll get a hand job in it or something like that. So David, crazy person helping Odyssey. Well done. I'm sorry, Drew, you had a comment that was a little more
I was
pertinent.
going to ask David, did you go to the prom or what? Because I remember you tweeting about that. How was your experience at the prom?
It was interesting. It was interesting for sure.
It's a touchy subject. That's why he's got a wrist guard on.
You had to beat up a prom date.
No, but it wasn't like prom, and I'm not going to that. I got no reason to. I've got better things to do with my life. But like,
no, you don't.
No, you don't. I went to and bang some dumb whore. That was pretty cool.
If you did, you wouldn't have been upset.
You're giving me way too much credit, Adam. You're giving me way too much credit.
Not hard. It's prom. You just show up.
Look, I dropped out before I could ever go to prom. So
I'd rather be reading
flashcards,
the history of money and banking in the United States.
Then you're being your age wrong. I don't know what to tell you.
Adam, I will agree with Adam on this one.
Yeah, because dude, listen, it is cool to us, and a lot. Honestly, it is cool that you're pretty ahead of the game. Because parts I wish I was into it more when I was younger, but I also had an awesome 20s. So, you know what I'm saying? There's that too. Live your life. Don't let this consume you. Is my point.
Go make some.
I had an awesome 40s.
Go make some low time.
Tyler. Don't think this about you. Old fucking man. Shut up, bitch. Old bitch.
Listen, David, I was like you. I did get into all of this shit whenever even younger than you. And look at how I turned out. Do you want to be like me or do you want to be like Adam and Andy?
He's a goddamn Chiefs fan. Fucking nerd. He's wearing glasses. Look at him.
No, I said
I mean,
make
so
low
does
time.
David.
I said make low time preference mistakes. I've made the high time preference mistakes, so you don't have to.
Yeah, I also I come with a litany of things you also shouldn't do in life. To be fair, so
let's list some out. What are they? Adam, what do you got?
Don't have kids if you don't want to, or like if you don't don't have a kid unless you're fucking ready to have a kid.
Adam comes out pro-abortion. Okay.
No, that's what I meant.
Don't have them out of wedlock.
What a Catholic you are, Adam.
Yeah, but don't have an out of out of child a marriage kid for sure. That's
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it's a kind of Catholic thing there.
Yeah.
Listen, David, you can tweet and you can talk about all you want about being pro-life, but like if push comes to shove and like
get rid of that
you
shit.
get a girl knocked up, you gotta grab a vacuum cleaner, a coat hanger, whatever you got.
Yeah, like listen, I'm very pro-life, but if I was 22 again, right, and the chick I slept with was like, "Hey, I'm pregnant," I'm gonna go, "Oh, I'm gonna push you down the stairs," like this automatically get shoved.
Yeah.
Like, would you rather raise a child or would you rather murder it? Like that's a decision. Commit murder now, or you're stuck with the child for the next 18 years.
Commit it while it's still legal,
right?
Because then it's not legal when they're one.
I mean,
I'll just say legally, David, probably not to take this advice. Just throw that out there. Maybe head to Mexico. It's hard to, or a non-Hague Convention country. It's harder to serve you with the process there. Just FYI.
I'm pretty close to Mexico, but it'll cost you.
Right.
Oh, another regret. Take sports more seriously. Even though I took it pretty seriously, I feel like I could have taken it more seriously.
You think David's playing sports? Look at that wrist guard.
Yeah, David's already like a junior. Like it's too late for him to do sports, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I like running. I don't know. I genuinely like running 5Ks and stuff. I don't know. I enjoy it. I like long distance running.
Typical trans teen behavior.
Yeah.
That's gay. That's not.
Magoo says, only sleep with whores early on, David. They have plan B on the nightstand, and that's not an abortion. There you go.
And by the way, I want to add a addendum or a tag to that. Whores, when I was younger, living in Staten Island, I was fond of the Cougars. I was like 21, 22. I'd fuck a lot of older
Yeah,
kids.
we can tell you're a fan of the Cougars.
Yeah.
That's not a baseball team, right?
More than one way. And
Tyler is actually a Cougar, so it's no wonder you ended up here.
No, you can't be a male Cougar. This just makes you like a creep, I think.
Puma?
You think Tyler's a male? That's fucked up.
Yeah, you're right.
Finish your fucking story.
Oh yeah. So older whores are good because they usually can't have kids and they're experienced and they kind of just know what they want and there's no bullshit. So that's like if you want to knock that out early. I'm also not a fan. Don't oversleep with people either. Don't do that. It's bad. I did that and I think
you're giving me way too much credit, dude. Like way too much credit.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, that's for anybody out there. Don't just fuck to fuck. I think it's bad for your brain down the road.
David, I may or may not have money on you getting laid before Toad, but keep your time preference for pussy and tax-free money low. So that's my only advice.
Oh, and don't talk to chicks about taxes.
Like I love Tower Power Hour, but I'm always in the chat roasting them. And I mean, look at Toad. Is that really like a bet? Betting on me is probably a lot less of a less risky bet than betting on Toad. Let's be honest.
Toad shit. David, did you really just say that? You're like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna fucking be swimming in it before Toad.
He did.
Here's the problem. Toad has no discretion and he plays a numbers game. He is a bettor. So he is in everyone's DMs. I mean,
he's bad at that
God
too.
forbid your mom's on Twitter. He's there. So by just virtue of process of elimination, he's going to get something.
No, listen. All I'm saying is
you're talking a big game. Like,
no, he won't.
You bragged about a hot sauce collection to us one time.
Listen. All I'm saying is that Toad's all the ladies that approach Toad will be like, "Yo, hey Toad, can you introduce us to your friend Clint or to Dave Smith?"
Yeah, they don't fuck him for that. They just flirt with him for that, and he's gonna go, "Okay."
I can't substantiate any of that.
Tyler, did you fuck Toad?
I may or may not have.
Yeah, am I wrong?
Toad's been really
0
nice
for
to me.
50 is
I
the
love
same
Toad.
as 0 for 5. That's exactly right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
1 for 50 is better than 0 for 5.
True.
That's all that matters.
That is true.
Yeah,
It is a
it's
numbers game. It's a numbers game.
There you go.
Yeah. Wait, can I say
Also-
one other thing?
Yeah.
David,
course.
like you're in school right now. Once you go into college, great time for meeting new people. After, if you're like this guy and you're like, I'm not going to go to college. I don't remember the last time I met someone new, like in real life. I mean, like you meet people online, you meet people on dating apps. As far as like just people I see every day, I work from home. Doesn't happen. So like take advantage of this time while you got it.
Okay, so Drew, now I have a question there. If you're on a dating app, do you put like you're a shark enthusiast in your bio?
My dating
David,
app,
you
I
shouldn't be
say,
on any dating apps. You're underage.
yeah, don't use dating
I'm
apps.
not.
You're
I'm not.
underage.
No. I'm
You're
saying
in
that.
high
I'm asking
school.
if Drew has that in his. I'm not.
My bio is I have the best job in the world. Been described as discount Mac Miller, and yeah, that's it.
I think a
That's
classic
solid.
fuck bitches get money is a good one. I don't know. It's just me. I'm old
Yeah,
school.
don't put that you think taxation is theft in your fucking put for your politics. Say you're a liberal, like yeah.
Don't even do that. Just be as disrespectful as you can towards women.
This is actually true. No, he's right. He's trying to be funny, but he's actually just right. That works.
I know. I know
he's
I'm
straight.
right.
He's 100% right. That's worked so much for me in my life. It's crazy. It's crazy. You just don't give him the time of day. You treat him like shit.
You're just lonely. Like, just admit it. You're just lonely.
David, you got so much time to feed off insecurities and failed self-confidence of women.
That's true. Yeah. Good
I'm
luck.
not proud of this, by the way. I'm just saying it worked. I'm saying I
don't
hated
know.
my early life.
Yeah.
I was not
I'm
good.
not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. No, listen, David, you're not trying to do like the good thing. You're just trying to beat Toad. Like, so just do whatever you got to do to win.
Oh, if that's the case, listen to what I'm saying. For 100%.
Do the opposite of
Yeah, you're not trying to find a wife. You're trying to beat Toad.
Right. Listen to Drew, and if you listen to Drew, that means you listen to me. I'm telling you the good advice for that.
I'm more likely to listen to Drew than I am to listen to Adam, but
Crazy. I'm telling you, I'm right.
All right.
I have a degenerate track record to prove it. And he knows what I'm talking about. He's right. I agree with him so hard.
Once again, Adam did mention that there were mistakes he had made in his life. So,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah, like being on this podcast with a 17-year-old.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. That's definitely one of
this
them.
is all going to come back to haunt us somehow.
Yeah, I would agree with being on a podcast with a 17-year-old is definitely a mistake.
Right.
Yeah. A little bit in the future from now, it's going to be like, hey, why were you guys on a podcast? Why were you guys talking to someone 11 years younger than you whenever you were in your late 20s, Andy?
11.
Adam, I don't know how old
Yeah,
you are.
11.
Tyler, you're 31.
11.
Drew, you can't
Yeah.
talk shit.
Sure,
I
11.
I carry you in Halo.
Oh, whatever. You care. We carry Nick. That's what happens.
That's
Oh, this is an important
So-
question. Can you bring up video games? Do you guys play NHL by any chance?
No.
Whatever.
I don't play
I used
any
to
video
play-
games.
I used to play Madden NFL, and I enjoyed that. That was way too much fun, man.
David, what
yeah.
video games do you play?
When I actually have the time, I'm a fan
You
of.
have plenty of time. What games do you
Okay,
play?
When
You see that
when I
that
actually decide to do
cast
it,
on his wrist. That's nothing. That says nothing but time.
He's trying to beat Toad's record.
Are you left or right-handed, David? And then is your
I'm
video
right-handed.
mirrored or okay?
I'm
Well,
right-handed.
I don't.
So
Now you are
this is
because
my left hand. This is my left hand. It's inverted.
you know it makes sense because if you're at your computer and you're using your mouse, you can use your mouse with your right hand.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen, David, I would do the same thing. Like, I still do the same thing. People say, hey, Drew, do you play video games? And I'll be like, every now and then whenever I have it. But it's like, I have the time to play it. And like, you definitely have the time to play it. Do
I'm
you have
gonna
a job?
play as soon as I leave this podcast. I'm gonna
There
go
you go.
over.
Well,
David,
maybe
do you
we'll
have
end it.
a job?
Do I have a job? I work with my parents, so I get paid cash, which is good.
All right. Don't pay taxes on it.
Right. Did you guys all do your taxes today? Or I guess it's for the 18th. Businesses.
Oh, I did them like a
Everyone?
week.
I gotta get a
Yeah.
form for that.
Tyler,
Okay.
quit asking old man questions.
Well,
No,
you're talking about video games. I don't. Mike boys do, but I don't.
I did mine
Listen,
yesterday.
because of my libertarian principles, I'm going to say I didn't do taxes, but also because I didn't do my taxes. So.
Oh yeah, you're
I
underage.
did mine yesterday, unfortunately.
I have 3 kids that I did their taxes. One's 21, and but they all work, so they make money. But your parents pay you
Why
under
don't
the
you just
table, like a
get them a
good libertarian.
TurboTax membership.
Yeah,
I
that's
used
what
doing my
have.
taxes as an excuse to talk to my parents.
Awesome.
But I don't need.
Are they
I
still
don't
claiming
really
you?
need- no, I don't need. They should be. I wish they were. Shit, I get out a lot easier, but no, it's a good excuse to talk to them. Doing your taxes is fairly easy now until they hit you with penalties again for insurance. The Biden care.
Jeez.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Drew, question for you. Odyssey,
Yeah.
they give you like benefits?
I was offered benefits and I turned them down for more pay.
Gotcha. So you going through the exchange or taking them out yourself or just risking it? I did that for many years.
So for health insurance, because of the Affordable Care Act, I am on my mother's insurance until I am 26.
Oh,
And
nice,
then like
dude.
vision and all of that stuff. Yeah. Vision, I guess I need now, but at the time I didn't need.
Look at Drew. He's a young man. He doesn't need insurance.
Yeah, I don't get sick.
He's a young, healthy man.
Yep, young and full of cum.
Wow. And what do you think of that, David?
My man.
How do you feel about that question?
Don't ask him that question.
I'm gonna give no comment. No comment, man. No comment from me.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to start wrapping it up here. Drew, I appreciate you coming in. Adam, David, everybody. Any last comments, little things you want to share before we head out? And why don't everybody give their plugs, starting down there with Drew?
Yeah, I don't have anything to plug.
I don't
Thanks for having me on, Tyler.
You said you were the best Twitter follow. That's what you came in with.
He's not
Everyone
wrong.
who's watching this follows me on Twitter.
I'm going to go on.
Drew, you might have more follows than me. You might have
What?
more follows than me, but I'm more entertaining.
Wow.
I'm
Shots fired.
the scoreboard.
The
Yo,
followers is the
Drew's
scoreboard.
like that meme when like he's like, yeah, take that, and like the scoreboard's like 100 to like 1.
Actually, if you're listening to this and you're following me, just go ahead and unfollow.
Sweet. Hey, Drew, I got a question
prefer
for you. What's your Twitter kind of like etiquette? So if people add you to a group chat, do you just immediately leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that happened in the past. Like Travis and Nick added me to one, and I was just like, no, and then I just left. I mean, if people add me back, then yeah, then I might say something, but otherwise, I'm just leaving.
Okay.
You used
Yeah,
to
I
be a
don't
part
wanna
of
be
the you used to be a part of the Tower Gang chat, though.
Yeah, then that
what
devolved into total drama, and like I was just like, I'm done with this. Yeah, believe it or not, it did. That was back whenever the Tappy people and the Tower Gang people and the Slurp Gang people were all still friends, and then yeah, that all broke off into their separate ways.
The Great Divide.
Yeah, the Great Divide, the schism.
The schism of the podcasting community.
It's like a gang war, but it's Greece. It's the gay
war,
dancing.
Fucking gay. No one cares.
Yeah.
I approve of leaving group chats.
Yeah, so I'm not in a single group chat. I message like Nick Ashley and Reed, and that's like it.
No, you message Popo too, right?
Occasionally, not often.
You just ask him advice to.
Yeah, I'll ask Popo like, "Hey, Popo, what do you think I should do here?" I'll ask him like life advice.
What's
like,
the
"Hey,
funniest thing I could?
Yeah, what's the funniest reply to this person who just called me a dumbass?
Whip out the Stefan Kinsella copy pastas.
Yeah. How do I take this picture of my balls? How do I frame it right?
Dude, Kinsella is like the perfect like little tubby mole guy. You just want to fucking push over and just like hold your foot on his chest, like as he struggles to get up. He's a little bit.
Who's the next libertarian icon, and which is to be targeted?
Targeted or like someone that turns and we all shit
Adam
on.
Nutter. It's
Targeted.
Never.
You got
I'll
Tom,
like
Dave is
He
always
said
in the
icon.
crosshairs.
Yeah, he said iconic. Yeah.
But I said libertarian icon, so it's a,
icon.
it's a very small little
It's for
cesspool.
people.
If we somehow breach the mainstream, I'm gonna bet on Scott Horton because of something about Israel.
Okay.
No.
Anybody else?
David, what does libertarian mean to you?
No, it would probably be another attack on like.
It'll be
Tom
someone in the
Dave
Mises
type.
caucus.
Yeah.
Like if it's someone who's not in the Mises caucus, who cares about that?
Right. That's what.
Like, yeah,
that's
it'll
what I'm
just be
thinking,
another
yeah.
thing at Dave. Like it'll be like, oh, Dave slept with a tranny. Like it'll be something.
Right.
Wouldn't
You
that
think
just
he
win
did?
him points?
I hope he
Yeah,
did.
Not wrong.
He did. They talked about that on Legion of Skanks several years ago.
Like
Okay.
in the progressive lexicon, wouldn't that get him points?
I think it was like
Right.
post-op training, right?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I will say, so I did that video comparison to what he said and Joe said, and I played like 5 minutes of his talk on the episode, and then I stopped it at his story. And so there was actually a little bit more, but it was just repeating the same thing. But if you listen to the rest of that episode, he talks about the Confederate flag in a positive light. There's so many things he talks about in a positive light as a joke that no one gives a shit about, except for it's the dating part that was there. So.
Well, listen, Tyler, you playing that side by side? I think that sounds.
No one gives a shit about what?
Aye.
Wait, is that photoshopped?
No, that's real.
That's
okay.
General George Floyd. So
Yeah, it does sound like a general's name. I'm not gonna lie. When you say it like that, it's like, oh, it actually sounds like a general.
I'm sorry, Drew. You were saying?
I was just gonna say, Tyler, you playing that side by side and next to each other, that sounds very interesting. And I know after this podcast is over, I'll go listen to that, and I hope that everyone else watching will do the same on Libertarian Podcast Review on YouTube.
Thank you. It's it's much appreciated.
On YouTube,
heartfelt.
What?
I don't know.
And Odyssey.
Right. No.
You're talking
I
about
did
Eric
not.
Adams?
Socialist.
Did you all see the Black National Socialist in New York a few years ago? I'm sure there
Why
is
did
one.
he capitalize the black?
Black? I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's
the
his
one.
name.
No, I definitely saw him, but I wouldn't categorize him as black. If I'm gonna categorize him, he was like either like a Puerto Rican or Jamaican immigrant. But I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. The news interviewed him. I think he was a taxi cab driver or something. He's like, "What? Hitler had some okay ideas."
There was a Korean that was, and they played his videos on Legion of Skanks, and he started out just like right winger, and next thing you know, he's saying a little bit more like that. All right, David, give us everything you have going on. I appreciate you showing up. Give the minor perspective.
Hey man, I guess follow me on Twitter. It's right there. Never mind, it's not there anymore. But like in my name, it says Real David B. Jr. You can just follow me there on Twitter. I don't know. I tweet sometimes. I tweet too much. I'll be completely honest. But you follow me on Twitter. I don't know. My show, The Road to Providence. You find that on YouTube and Odyssey because I was able to get in before they started limiting who can sync their channels, and they decided, oh, let's just let this kid sync his channel. And you know what? You can find me on Odyssey.
Wait,
now.
hang on.
Drew did it for me.
We've always had that limit. We've always had that limit. It's just David. I said, you know what? I'll approve this guy's sync, and that is how you join. So yes, that was me manually saying yes, and also that's not really special because if anyone asks me, then I'll sync their channel. But,
all right,
let's be clear. That was my grace, and you owe me.
Yeah,
Drew,
all right.
Make it special. Just for a little bit.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, so you can find my show's on Odyssey, and it's on And it's on YouTube, of course. You can find it there, Road to Providence. I've had interviews with like Scott Horton, Reed Coverdale, Clinton Russell's been on twice. Tyler, you've been on twice. I've had a lot of great guests. I'm going to have a bunch of great guests coming up in the future. I've talked to Reed Cooley. That's coming out this summer because I'm trying to get some episodes going for this summer when I'm living in the woods for a while. I'm going to have Rekieta from Nick Rekieta from Rekieta Law. He's going to be on my show in the future. So that'll be fun. Trying to have some great guests in the future. I'm having Ryan Dawson this Sunday. You can catch that in the Sunday special. So, hey.
Can I just ask, is David Brady your real name?
I'm gonna.
Oh shit!
Oh my God, he's not a junior.
No, hang on.
You gotta lie better
He's
and
probably
quicker.
using his
Left
middle
it.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my guess. So
Yeah.
because I was just gonna say, like, if you're talking to Ryan Dawson and shit, like, you better, because
Cover up.
these like people at school, they're gonna be Facebook stalking you and stuff. Like, you know, you get your first job and like, yeah, they're gonna be looking you up.
David, can you give Dawson some pushback from an economic anarchist perspective? Are you capable of that?
I mean, I'm familiar with it, so I probably could.
Do you know?
Well, we'll see.
Do you know about Dawson not liking anarchists and cats?
Yes. Yeah, I'm well aware of that.
Are you
I saw the
related to
meltdown.
Wayne Brady?
I'm not gonna.
I wouldn't be surprised, actually. That'd be the least surprising thing of this whole show.
I'm not gonna pretend I know who that is at all.
Oh,
He's another white supremacist.
That's
It's all
for
it
us.
is.
You can deny your cousin all you want, but we know.
We know the truth. We know
Hey,
the
Andy,
songs he sang.
is your real name Waste Main?
Dude, that's actually.
I can tell you my
probably
real
more
name,
fitting.
but
Andy's
it'll
probably
get
his
your-
fake name.
I
It is
could
Waste
tell
Man.
you my real name, but it would get you suspended off your channel.
Okay, well, don't do that.
Wait.
Adam, give me your plugs. What do you got going on? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Just go follow stuff. Just go follow the Porcupine. Go follow Cult of Us. Also available on Odyssey and YouTube and all those fucking places. Audio, whatever. Come see me do stand up or not. I'm gonna kill myself soon, probably. So just see me before that happens. So come on out this Saturday. I'll be at the Pop in Chalfont, Pennsylvania, right outside of Philly. 2 shows, 7 to 9:30. Coming out to those, and April 30th, I'll be up in New Hampshire at the Shell in Rollinsford / Portsmouth. So coming out, tickets droptent.com/events.
There you go,
You better
Andy.
be funny before
Sounds
somebody
good.
comes slaps you in the mouth.
I'll fuck this shit up.
Andy, what do you got going on? Give it to us. You're trolling the South here.
If you're following me, unfollow me. And
Good call.
All right, done.
Fuck you.
All right, I'm Tyler. Check out some of our, as Drew said, check out my show where I break down Joe, her little interview and her comments about Dave Smith. That was a pretty good one. And our last Kill Tony knockoff. So maybe we'll do this once a month. Maybe it'll go better than this last few times. But once again, Andy, David, Adam, and Drew, I do appreciate you all joining us. Thank you, everybody. Tune into us to the next time. I don't know what we got going on, but we review podcasts and check out all these gentlemen and their fine shows. Thank you, and we will see you next time.
Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye, guys.
But she's back.
And now.
Chick-fil-A is completely overrated. It's not that good. I prefer Zaxby's. I prefer Popeyes.
Takes a tough man to make a tender forecast, Nick. I guess that's me. Keep fucking that chicken.
Should I vote for Dick Cheney on the Libertarian Party? Do I have an obligation to vote for Dick Cheney?
I would say so.
Yes.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. I mean, these people somehow delude themselves into thinking it might, but it might work for us.
That one dude was like, not a podcast. I can't find it anywhere. And they don't have video.
Oh, yeah, Peter Janke. Yeah.
Yeah, I blocked him.
I'll do it. If he unblocks me, I'll...
He'll buy your shirt if you unblock him, Bert. He's a wigger.
Yeah, nothing cooler than a 49-year-old wigger. I just started live streaming. Cut me some slack. I'm pretty high tech for a boomer. But anyways,
boomer.